And if we can try to end on time, I would be very, very.
Entrepreneurs is on the scene today. I'm not going to run down the list of the number of things that she's doing because it would make you and me both tired before the show starts. But we're happy to have her back with us because she's been super busy. From Soul Wisdom International, Sister Sandy Buford Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, family. I pray Allah, everyone in the listening audience is doing well. Wow. I am so grateful to be here with my co-host today. They have been doing some phenomenal things on behalf of Master the Science of Business. If you have not checked out the pioneers, the episodes that have been produced by our beloved co-host, Sister Shireen and Brother Jahi, man, you are missing some phenomenal information about the history of the Nation of Islam. And you're not going to get that anywhere. You're just not going to get it anywhere. It takes the pioneers to share what they saw and what they experienced during that time. And guess what? One day, Sister Shireen and Brother Jahi, somebody going to be calling us pioneers.
All praise is due to Allah. Yes, that's the goal.
We pray, Allah, that we get to live and see those many years to say that we, in fact, are a part of the pioneers, y'all. That sounds so funny to me. I must say that. Well, I tell you, yes, Soul Wisdom International, the Little Lamb Spot, Geo Jewels, y'all, we've been busy. Your Life Center, we've been busy, busy, busy. However, if there's any information, yes, thank you, Sister Shireen. Oh, I've got some great news, y'all. You can now, when the Little Lamb Spot is open, you can now place your orders online. So only when we're open, though. You can't go like today and think you're going to go be ahead of the game and order your lamb chops today for Wednesday or Thursday. No, it doesn't work like that. When we are open, you can go ahead and process your order online and you can pick it up from our location. You will not have to wait. Your order will be ready. And we guesstimate each order is to be 20 minutes. And if we get so overwhelmed, we'll have to shut it off, the online orders, because we just can't produce like that just now. We're working towards that. But I'm so happy to announce that you can, in fact, do your online ordering. So that is all that I want to share about the Little Lamb Spot and over at Soul Wisdom. It's a conglomerate, y'all. We doing it all of it together, right? We do it all together. So I am going to bring up my co-host, your one that brings all of this beautifulness. You see the beautiful background behind her today. Oh my God, I'm loving it. I think she has blinged out her space now. We have seen her transform in a couple of spaces in the house as she has been remodeling. But I think she done blinged out this one, y'all. She got her backdrop. It's looking real beautiful, Sister Shireen. It is my honor to bring on the author of Little Elijah, of Sweet Khadijah, of teaching our babies about farming and where farm to table is all about, and the paraphernalia that she carries, her hats, her t-shirts, her jerseys, and the beautiful, and I don't have mine on today, y'all. I had it on one time for y'all to see the beautiful top that she has designed for us. Everything is just so quality. It's filled with quality. Not none of that stuff when you wash it one time, it's gonna shrivel up. Not Sister Shireen stuff. You'll be able to have these items for years and years. So make sure you get them in all colors. My honor to bring up our beloved sister, my friend, my business partner, Sister Shireen Muhammad.
Y'all, I am just ready to get into the show. Thank you so much, Sister Sandy from Soul Wisdom International, Little Lamb Spot. Oh my goodness, it's just some wonderful things that are going on here in our beautiful nation called the Nation of Islam. And so, yes, the pioneers Speaks. We had a great time. We have another week with the sisters, giving the sisters perspective. So they will be coming to us again this Saturday coming. But today we are featuring one of our young brothers in our nation who is selling and buying mobile homes. I'm like, do we buy mobile homes? I didn't even know we bought mobile homes. So all praises are due to Allah. I am excited to have him come on to the show and tell us more about his business and what it is that he's doing as a father, a husband, and a business owner. The company is called the Mobile Home Closer. I absolutely love that. The Mobile Home Closer. He is again, like I said, a father first. No, his father first introduced him to mobile homes when he was 15 years old. You see, the role of a dad is so important. So important. His father introduced him to mobile homes when he was 15. He learned how to paint and build simple projects. Once he learned about this niche of dealing with mobile homes, he began to study successful entrepreneurs like Robert uh, Kiyosaki. You're gonna have to tell me that. I know it's a famous name.
Kiyosaki.
Kiyosaki, yes, 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 Kiyosaki. I know he's Rich Dad, Poor Dad, right? And then Warren Buffett and Lonnie Suggs. He's also successfully started his journey. Let's see, he had a comprehensive knowledge on real estate, business, and credit. Very important. I'm looking forward to hearing all about that. To date, he is financially free and not living paycheck to paycheck. He's now offering coaching to individuals who desire to invest in mobile homes. Welcome to Mind and Money Matters live show, Mobile Home Closer. Man, where did the name come from? That's what I want to know. That is beautiful.
Yes,
Welcome to Mind and Money Matters live show. So where did the name come from,
yes,
sir?
ma'am. Okay, so the name, the mobile home closer, it came from pretty much I was thinking about, I said, man, what is a unique name that I can put behind mobile homes? And when I thought about the closing aspect is, I was like, okay, well, cool. I can put mobile home closers together because that means that I'm going to be closing deals and I'm going to be helping people close deals. And so that pretty much, rung a bell and it stuck out. And, I started texting people like, what do you think about mobile home closing? And they said, man, I like that name. And then, it was like, what's the significance behind the name? And I was telling them, I said, well, it's my desire, my dream to actually help people close on mobile homes. And it was like, oh yeah, they said, you got to keep that. So that's pretty much where the name Mobile Home Closers came from. So, I like it. I stuck with it. Everybody else has been hearing about it. They say, oh yeah, that rings a bell. So, it was a good decision right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, we thank you for actually following in your father's footsteps. Now, I know dealing with young people. I've been dealing with young people as a professional school counselor, working with them to help them, find their passion and figure out how they can really make a profit from what they're passionate about. And most children do not want to go into walk into the parents' footsteps right away. So, how did you get into that
Mm-hmm.
line of work following in your father's footsteps? Did you have any struggles?
Yes,
Did you doubt that that was a possibility?
yes, ma'am. So I'll give you the whole timeline. So at the age of 5 years old, my father, he had me hustling candy in elementary school. So at the age of 5 years old, my father was teaching me how to actually buy my product. And then once I get the profit from that product, then go ahead and reinvest in my business. So
Mhm.
at the age of 5 years old, I was going to school. I was getting candy. My father, he fronted me the money and I bought the candy, and I took it to school. And the profit that I made, he just wanted to make sure that he got his money back. He got his money back. So I used my profit to reinvest in my product. And so, I did that in elementary school. And at the age of 8 years old, that's when my father, he had me work for his mother and father, who had one of the largest peanut business in Charleston, South Carolina area. And from the age of 8 years old, all the way up until, I mean, you can say now, but all the way up until I was in my parents' household, they didn't have to pay for my school clothes. They didn't pay for anything that I needed because I actually had, I had all my money lined up. So when school came back around, they didn't buy me no school clothes, no school shoes, no, pencils. They didn't buy me nothing. And, at the age of 15 years old, that's when my father introduced me to mobile home investing. And so he taught me in steps. And so what I mean by that is he told me, he was like, Abdul, I want you to come to this mobile home and I just want you to cut the grass. So I came to the mobile home, I cut the grass, and then we would leave. And then Abdul, I'm gonna need your help back at the mobile home. And so I went back to the mobile home, and that's when he taught me how to paint. He taught me how to paint. He taught me from there, little did I know, he was actually preparing me to become a mobile home investor. I went out and I ventured out on my own. So at 18 years old, in my mindset, I was thinking, I need a job. I said, I need a job. I said, yeah, it was good working with Granny. It was good, selling the peanuts and doing this and doing that. But I said, man, I need me a job. So he was trying to ration me. He was like, dude, I've been showing you all these years that you can successfully do something on your own and not need a job, but you want to go get a job. So I said, yeah, I want to get a job. To me, I thought that's what you're supposed to do at the age of 18 years old. You get a job, you go to college, you get a good job. Once you get a good job, you want to keep that job until you retire. But then as I started, getting older, things didn't make sense to people who I went to high school with. They went to these big colleges, but when they came back home, I was still making more money than them. And so I said, well, hold up. They just spent 6 years in college and they came back home and now I'm still making more money than them. I said, well, something don't seem right. And then I started studying the older people in my family. And I started looking at their situation and how they're living right now. Because my thing is, if I see the people in my family and how they're living, then I have the potential to, do the same thing that they're doing. If they're the ones who giving me the blueprint and what I need to do in life, if they follow that same blueprint and they're giving it to me, then that means that where they're at, I'm going to be at in the next 20 years, 40 years, whatever the case is. So I told myself I need to create my own path. And it struck me like lightning whenever I was thinking about these things. And the first thing that popped in my head was mobile home investing. What did your father talk to you about? Mobile home. So whenever I spoke to my father about mobile home investing, the only thing he did was he just started laughing. He just started laughing. He was like, so you mean to tell me you heard somebody else talking about mobile home investing?
Right.
Man, so it was funny because I was hearing a lot of people talk about mobile home investing, and I seen them coaching and teaching people, and I'm like, yo, look, man, my pops, he had me on that since I was 15 years old. I said, I know a lot about mobile homes, and so that's when it pretty much clicked. I started studying for the last 2 years. I started studying my RBCs, and that's real estate, business, and credit. And I'm talking about, when I say studying, I was putting in about 3 hours a day, 4 hours, 5 hours sometimes a day, just studying on those three things, because I want to make sure that I was well versed in those areas before I jumped into anything. Because I know if you know about credit, business, and real estate, then man, you'll be an untouchable person, especially if you master one of those things. I said, you'll be untouchable. So I spent about 2 years just studying up on those things. So when I made my move, that's whenever things just pretty much exploded, and it came easy because I had somebody in my corner, like my father, to actually help me get over some of the hurdles in life.
Beautiful, beautiful. The thing that I'm thinking is, like, when you said you went studying, was there any answers that you were looking for in particular? Or were you just like, I just want to try to know as much as possible? Because I know that each one of those areas are
Yeah,
huge
so
in itself. Like you have those who just focus on credit. You have those who just focus on mobile homes.
right.
You have those who just, you know what I mean? Like, so each one of those things you were focused on, they are a study within itself. So was there a particular answer you was looking for, or what was it that was driving you to
So yeah,
look
so
for that study?
right. So I mean that's an excellent question. With me, I wanted to be versed in all those areas because I knew at some point in my business it was going to come up. And that's exactly what happened. Credit came up at one point. The business side of things came up at one point. And the whole real estate piece that came up. So everything that I was studying, I'm talking about like clockwork, it started hitting me. It
Mm-hmm.
started hitting me. And I said, man, I am so glad I studied it because it prepared me for what was going to come later on. And if I didn't study it, then I would have been at a standstill in my business. And I would have been trying to seek out to different people to try to get those answers. So that's the reason why before I pull any triggers on purchasing a mobile home, I made sure that I was versed in those areas because I knew at some point in my business, when I got that LLC created, I knew that learning about business line of credit, learning about real estate, learn whatever the case is, I knew it was going to come, and it did. And so I was already well prepared before it even came up.
Excellent, excellent. One of the things I just want to highlight, and Brother Jahi will take it from there, is the point that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan mentions to us in belief in Allah. And that's thinking on that thought. And you mentioned, I was thinking on it. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it. You mentioned that several times. And then in popped into your head, mobile homes. Well, mobile homes was already there because dad had already instilled that in you, but you were going around looking here and there, and then boom, landed right into where your father had prepared you for. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Yes,
Brother
ma'am.
Jahi.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Abdul. Welcome back to Mind and Money Matters live show. Good to have you on again. It's been a few moons since you were last here with us, but thank you for carving time out of your busy schedule to come back. When I saw what you were doing, I love your promotions. I love that. Your branding, absolutely dynamic. And that's what it takes in order to be successful in any business venture. The first thing that came to my mind, though, when I saw it, was mobile homes. Mobile homes. I mean, we're in the South, so that makes sense. And I love the fact that it is a niche market, very niche market. That's one of the things that we highlight and train on and consult at Master the Science of Business Enterprises Incorporated, our consulting and strategic development arm that we have, Sister Sandy and Sister Shireen and I have. Because I learned years ago from one of the another consultant that find your niche and how's it go? Find your niche and get rich. That was the saying. Find your niche and get rich. That is a different animal. Mobile homes. I know you grew up with it. Were there any apprehensions about going the mobile home route instead of the community development route? Here in the Atlanta area, there's a subdivision going on in my neighborhood. I'm on the south side in Clayton County. There's like 9 home developments going up as we speak. So that's a niche market.
Mm-hmm.
Or going to, the higher end homes. Those are niche markets. What were there any trepidations in focusing on the mobile home market?
Nah, in my mind, it wasn't no question about going to the mobile home market. And the reason being is because there's not a lot of people. If I ask you the question right now, how many mobile home investors do you know? You may say, Abdul, I just know you.
Yes, you.
That's it.
You.
So exactly. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm in this market. Now, if I was to ask you, Brother Jahi, How many realtors do you know? How many people do you may, oh, I know this brother, I know this sister, I know, and the list just goes on. When you ask a person, how many people do you know that's in mobile home investing? You're not going to get that same response. So that's why I chose the mobile home investing route, because there's not a lot of people that's in this route. I mean, in this field.
That's right. Yes,
and
sir.
Another thing is, whenever it's time to close on deals, it's 1,000 times easier. So my thing is, I want to know, okay, what can I do that I love and also make a lot of money in doing it? And it's a 1, 2, 3 process. Well, mobile homes, because mobile homes is not considered real estate. Mobile homes are considered personal property. So therefore,
Really?
whenever you do the transaction with mobile homes, it's done. I'm talking about, I close on deals in the same day. Same day. See, when you're doing traditional real estate, you got to wait
Yes,
30
sir.
to 45 days versus me
Right.
closing in one day. So which one would you rather have? You closing, you getting paid, or you making a transaction in one day, or you got to wait 30 to 45 days, and sometimes even longer than that, depends on what happens and the people that you're dealing with. So to me, it was a no-brainer. And then whenever I did the breakdown on how much money I can make in the mobile home field versus in the real estate field, we literally compared the numbers to a single family home in mobile homes and a single family home in multi-family homes. And mobile homes won.
Yes, sir.
So my thing is, if mobile homes going to beat out the single family homes and the multi-family homes, then I might as well invest my money into mobile homes. To me, it's a no-brainer.
Gotcha. Yes, sir. Oh, fantastic. So I know a couple of people that's got a few dollars, right? And they're looking to invest in some things. With your mobile home investment program, what's a good figure to start out with? What's a good number for them to come to you with to get into the investment aspect?
I mean, really, in a mobile home, okay, I'm gonna share with some numbers with y'all. Okay, we're gonna talk
Okay, come
numbers
on.
right now. All right,
Yes,
so
sir.
yeah, I'm gonna talk numbers. One of my mobile homes I bought. Get this. I want you to throw out a number. How much you think I think I bought a mobile home for?
35,000.
35,000. Okay. Okay. All right. So one of my mobile homes I bought for $550. All right.
Okay,
So
I
one of
came
my
back
mobile homes.
in. That brought me back in.
So
That
so let me. So like I say, brother Jaheed, we gonna talk numbers right now. One of my mobile homes I bought for $550.
Come on.
Another mobile home I bought was for $600. Another mobile home I bought was for $800. Another mobile home I got was for free. Another mobile home I got was for free. Another one, $1,000. Another one, $2,000. Another one, $2,300. You see the numbers, right? So
Yes.
you don't need. That's what I'm saying. In this market, you don't need big time money whenever you're dealing with mobile homes. All right. And then I teach people how to wholesale the mobile homes to where you don't need any money. You need $0 to put down on a mobile home. The only thing you're doing is just wholesaling the mobile home. But the numbers are, I mean, the difference between you purchasing a mobile home and you purchasing a single family home, I don't care if you get a distressed property in Atlanta. You're still going to be putting out $50,000 for a distressed property. Then you're going to have to get a renovation loan on top of that. That may be about $75,000. And then you're going to go in the hassle of trying to, well, it won't be a hassle, but then you got to sell that home just to make a profit off that. Mobile homes, no, you don't even got to go through all that whenever you're dealing with mobile homes. The material that they use in mobile homes is going to be different as well too. The cost to renovate a mobile home is different. Everything is, when I say significantly cheaper, whenever you deal with mobile homes, significantly cheaper. And the thing about it is, people are actually leaving the single family homes and moving into mobile home parks. Because as you can see right now, with this crisis is going on, you had 29 to 39 million people in America that's facing eviction right now.
Yes, sir.
So what those people are doing is they're leaving where they're at and they're trying to find affordable living situation. And that's the only thing I supply to the people. I give them affordable living. And now they can look at it, they can say, man, I'm on a rent to own with, this guy Abdul, the mobile home closer, right? And I'm only paying him $800 a month versus me paying a apartment complex $1,100. And then guess what? Now you got an influx of people that's looking for the mobile home, so that's it.
Wow. So you know what's gonna happen? You're about to get a barrage of phone calls about getting into the mobile home business. Man, that is, I had, obviously you can tell I had no clue. I had no idea. One last question before Sister Sandy comes up is, so you buy the mobile home. Do you have property that you park them on, or how does that aspect work?
Yeah, so I deal with mobile homes in a community. Everything is already situated. So I don't deal
Gotcha.
with mobile homes on, like my father, they got mobile homes on land and everything else like that. But I deal with mobile homes in a park. Everything is already situated. So I don't have to worry about electrical poles. I don't have to worry about sewer. I don't have to worry about none of that because the park have everything situated for myself. The only thing I'm doing as an investor is buying a mobile home. And then I teach all my students lease to own options. With a lease to own options, you don't have the headache of a landlord. So the only thing you're doing is you're just fixing up the mobile home and you're putting a tenant buyer inside your mobile home. So that's what I teach my students or whatnot. Because I always talk about, just like what Sister spoke on earlier about Rasaki, his thing was you want to make sure that your passive income is more than your total expenses. And that's how you get out the rat race. A lot of people, they get a job, they work, they buy foolish things, they pay their bills, and they continue. Whenever you do the mobile home investing route, the way I like teach things, and you get your passive income more than your total expenses, the first of the month, if you are looking at $5,000 the first of the month, then guess what? Your whole month is already set for you because now you got $5,000. You can pay whatever you need to do, but you don't have to go out there and work. You got $5,000, so I deal with mobile homes in the park because everything is already set up.
Wow, wonderful. So, business scientist, you want to give Brother Abdul a call. So go to mobilehomecloser.com, the mobilehomecloser.com, the mobilehomecloser.com. On there, he has a way for you to get in contact with him. There's several options for courses and for coaching and for mentoring. So make sure you contact Brother Abdul. I will be calling you, my brother, tomorrow to schedule my coaching class because that sounds absolutely phenomenal. Sister Sandy?
Yes, I actually had a mobile home once before in my life, in my earlier years, and I was just amazed at the the wide variety that they offer with mobile homes. I mean, I was sharing with my co-host earlier that I don't know if you all had mentioned it before I had stepped away for a moment, but you can get a double wide, a single wide, a triple wide, and some of them have more than one story like on them. I mean, you can make a firm foundation to it. I mean, it is so much that can be done with a mobile home to make it feel secure and to really make it a nice place to live. So, Brother Abdul, do you have different types? I don't know if you all spoke about this before about the choices that people have, because sometimes I don't know, you think a mobile home is just like this little square and what have you. People they can't really conceive of the vastness of the choices that they may have. So could you talk a little bit about that for us?
Yes, ma'am. So the type of mobile homes that you have a single wide mobile home. A single wide mobile home is usually going to be 14 feet wide and 90 feet long. Then you have the double wide mobile home. Double wide mobile home is typically going to be for a larger family. So the floor plan in a double wide mobile home is going to be much larger on the inside. That's usually double the size of a single wide mobile home. Then you have your triple wide mobile homes. It's going to be rare for you to see a triple wide mobile home in a mobile home park. Those are usually on like private land. That's somebody who got the mobile home. They brought the mobile home there and they pretty much, renovated the mobile home to look like a single family home. And people, they ask the question, right? They say, well, Abdul, okay, well, is it a way that you can turn a mobile home into real estate? Yes, you can. So what people do is if they're going to get the triple wide mobile home, they will brick in their mobile home so that their mobile home will no longer be mobile. It will be bricked in. So, whenever you have real estate property, that's anything that's fixed to the land. So what they'll do is they make sure that the mobile home is fixed to the land, and then they have to turn a title in and get a deed, because now you no longer have personal property, you have real estate property now. And then if you do that, that makes the price of your mobile home, it's no longer mobile home now. So now the price shoots all the way up. All right. And so you turn that into real estate property. So you can do it like that. But those are the three types of mobile homes that you will have: a single wide mobile home, double wide mobile home, and a triple wide mobile home.
Thank you so much for answering that question. And that actually led me to further investment opportunities, and that is um, Airbnbs. So, what better way to get into even more generating of income than to do a mobile home that utilizing as rental property, as Brother Abdul mentioned, an Airbnb, um, something like that. And then the other thing too, Brother Abdul, if you can share with me too, because sometimes in certain areas they don't allow like mobile homes to be. Could you share a little bit about that when you are contemplating possibly investing or even purchasing one lease to purchase mobile home, with reference to how that works with maybe municipalities or what have you, and where mobile homes can be placed?
Okay, I'm understanding your question correctly. You want me to talk about the whole lease option side of things? Is that what
So
you asking?
definitely touch upon that. Also touch upon, so
Mhm.
like in city limits, we would say, do some city limits allow mobile, say if I owned a piece of property, a vacant piece of property in the city, would I be
Mhm.
able to bring my mobile home onto that property and put the foundation around it and that be my home? Or do I have to look into if I can bring the mobile home into a particular city limit or what have you? You understand what I'm trying to say with
Yes,
reference to?
ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I understand exactly what you're saying. So the first thing you want to do is if you have a parcel of land, you want to make sure that your land is actually zoned for manufactured homes. If your land is not zoned for manufactured homes, they're not going to allow you to move a mobile home onto that land. So that's something that you will have to call in to check and just ask, is this piece of property right here? Once you give them your information and all that, they'll be able to pull it up and they will see where your land is zoned for. Because they may say, oh no, Miss Sandy, your home is only zoned for a single family home, right? And so therefore you won't be able to put a manufactured home on that piece of land, right? So you got to make sure that area. But even whenever you move in a mobile home on your land, you still want to do your due diligence, because some people in their mindset, right? And see, this is why Brother Jahid, I told you I like to invest in parks because it's less headache. They already have those things set up, right? So somebody may say, okay, well, man, it sounds interesting, right? Let me get a piece of land, right? So they get a piece of land and they say, okay, well, now I'm about to get a mobile home. So they get really excited.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
They go buy a mobile home, right? But then they don't know that they got to now pay the electricians to put up a pole. They don't know that now they got to go and pay to get a
Yes,
septic
sir.
tank. They don't know that now if you don't get a septic tank, you got to pay the city to actually tap into their water. And now you looking at a $10,000, it done jumped up to about $25,000, $30,000. And then if you don't have that money, you would just have a piece of mobile home and a land in there. Cause you like, man, it's gonna take me another year to get another $10,000, $20,000 to finish
Yes,
this
sir.
project. So I always tell people, start off slow. Now, if you have all those things hooked up, right? I know some people, they say, man, They call me, hey, Abdul, I got the land, I got the septic tank, I got everything hooked up. Okay, well, if you have the funds, then you can go ahead and proceed with that process. But make sure, I always tell people, make sure you do your numbers. Make sure it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, then don't do it. So that's why I always tell people, if you want to start off and you want to get the feel and the hang for it, invest inside of a mobile home park. Learn the ins and out, crawl before you walk. Some people, they try to get on, they try to run full steam ahead, and then they'll be calling me up and trying to get all their problems fixed. I got this, I got that. No, you got to do your due diligence before you actually go that route. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's a lot that you gotta look into whenever you're gonna get a mobile home, move onto your own land. That's why I choose to do the invest inside mobile home parks. Now, my father, now he'll move a mobile home, put it on his land, and do whatever. He done been through the process. He already know what it takes to get it up and running, everything else like that. And that's what I'm learning from him right now. I'm learning that aspect because my goal and my desire is to purchase a mobile home park, which I'm going to do, is to purchase a mobile home park and then change the street name and change the name of the whole park to my last name. Because, I do this for, I don't hustle for my first name. I hustle for my last name. I want to leave a legacy behind me. So when my little baby girl, when she
I've
come
heard
up,
that somewhere
man,
before.
baby Nala, yeah, so she gonna be running that park. Once I get older, she gonna be running it. God willing, her little brother that's on the way right now, they gonna be running the parks. You know what I'm saying? So, and I saw that, even as a young person, me being the head of an entire, because when you're a park owner, you're over that entire community. So just like how we talk about in Nations of Islam, okay, well, cool. Now this family over here, they have a whole garden. So now you don't got to go to a Walmart. You can go right here to them, and then now y'all trading goods. This person have this, that person have that, and then now you got a whole beautiful community. So that's ultimate goal and what I'm working towards right now as we speak.
Praise be to
praise
Allah.
be
Thank
to
you
Allah.
so much for sharing that information. That's it for me, Brother Jahi. I'm really excited about this. And as you share the information with Brother Jahi, I know he will be sharing it with us because that's what it is all about, building generational wealth. That's all that it's about. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that is absolutely phenomenal.
ma'am.
Brother Abdul, I remember seeing this guy about 15 years ago. He's a major speaker in the real estate market. His name is James Smith. Have you ever heard of him?
No, sir.
Oh, dynamic speaker. I mean, he was dropping some jewels, but I thought of every time I see the things that you're doing, I think about something that he said and what you just mentioned. This was like 15 years ago. I saw him at this big speaking event dealing with real estate, and he talked about how his son had began to invest in mobile homes. And, the audience, it was like a bougie type audience. They started laughing, and he, like you talked about, dropped the numbers on them. They stopped laughing. They're like, oh, wow. I saw him a few years later. So I saw him last time I saw him was about 8 years ago. And he said that his son now, at that time, was the largest mobile home park owner in the United States. He owned, I think he said at the time, he owned like there was like over 150,000 mobile homes in his parks around the country. So that is definitely it's a doable goal. And again, it's a market that for whatever reason, we overlook that market. So now is the time. Now is the time to strike because you brought up a very important point. And it seems like with what's going on, people are overlooking this, but you mentioned at the offset, and I've seen these numbers as well. There's 25 to 29 million possible evictions on the books as we speak, only because there are moratoriums in a lot of states and a lot of cities where the physical eviction cannot happen. But once that moratorium is lifted, we're going to begin to see this thing take a whole new turn. But people are going to be looking for affordable places to live. So if we
That's right.
have that option available to them, that'd be absolutely wonderful. Before we close out, my last question for you is there a particular part of the country that you're looking at, that you're building your empire in?
No, I'm doing everything right here in Georgia.
Okay.
I'm doing Georgia is going to be my headquarters. Georgia is going to be my headquarters. I definitely want a part. Now, there's another opportunity that comes close by, let's say in South Carolina, where my family's at, Tennessee or North Carolina. I definitely look into it. But right now, I'm trying to build everything, right here in the states of Georgia.
What one last addendum to that? What area has the most mobile homes? Is there a state that's
Texas.
leading? Texas.
Texas.
Okay.
Texas have the largest. Texas have over 5,000 mobile home parks. Every mobile home park is going to have 50 to 100 mobile homes. So just alone, Texas have over 600,000 mobile homes.
Wow. So the opportunity will be great in Texas. See, you keep sparking comment. Okay, one last question from me. The mix. What?
Yeah, the opportunities that Texas. I would say this: Texas do have the largest, but Georgia is sitting at number, I believe number 4 right now.
Oh wow. Okay.
In mobile home parks. Yeah, so we're sitting at number 4 out of 50 states.
Okay. The optimum strategy that you teach: buy and flip or buy and rent? What's the optimum? Is there an optimum, or it depends on the numbers?
Yes. Lease option. Playing the game of cash flow, it taught me I could have $1 million, because now at the age of 13 years old, my father, he had me teaching like grown people how to play the game of cash flow and how to utilize your money so you can get out the rat race, right? Well, me looking back at it right now, I could have $1 million sitting in my account, but I would still be in a rat race. I can have $1 million sitting in my account, but I would still be in a rat race. So I always tell people, what is the purpose to keep buying and flipping the property? Just to have a lot of money? But that.
So you want that?
No,
passive
that's not the name.
Coming in monthly.
You want the passive income.
Gotcha.
Right. The passive income is what's going to get you off your job. Not having all that money.
Gotcha.
That's not going to get you out the rat race. You're going to have to continue. What happens is when people just go and try to buy and flip, whatever the case is, you're going to turn into that person that always needs a deal. Whenever you have passive income, you do not need a deal, because you already got that money coming in every single month. If I keep flipping, then guess what? The bills is not going to stop. And so I would, hey, Brother Jaheed, you got a home? Am I looking for a home, man? This month looking kind of slow. No, so we don't have slow months whenever passive income is coming in. That's money. Beautiful. You just know on the first, like clockwork, I'm going to wake up. I'm going to check my phone, Brother Jaheed. I'm like, okay, bet, everything is there. Put my phone back down, right? But when somebody keeps on flipping, they constantly is looking for that deal. They got to keep grinding every single day.
You're constantly chasing. Beautiful.
You constantly. So now you chasing the money instead of the money chasing you. So that means that you hustling backwards. That's not the game. So I don't teach that.
Beautiful.
No, so
beautiful.
Passive income.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Now,
wow.
I have a question, Brother Jaheed.
Yes, ma'am.
Earlier you mentioned situations that people who get involved in mobile homes find themselves in. And that's one is hustling backwards. One is moving too fast, where we know it's too steep of a gradient. You're just stepping in a lane that you're not ready for. Is that a service that mobile home closers provide for those who are in need of assistance?
Oh, yes, ma'am, definitely. So what we have is we have a private Facebook group. In a private Facebook group, I post inside it every single day. I post videos, certain videos on how to actually build up certain projects inside of your mobile home. I teach the people how to negotiate everything, the earnest money contract. So I just constantly give them game, and they can ask me unlimited questions. So instead of them actually doing a consulting call, if you was like a person that's not inside our group, they can ask me unlimited questions. I help everybody in their situations. So if they have a situation that's going on, I'm there, front line with them, iron out the kinks so that they can go out and, be successful in the deals that they're doing or whatnot. And I always tell people, learn as much as possible. A lot of people, they don't want to learn. They just want to piggyback off me. They just want me just to hold their hand like throughout all the deals. Because they don't want to learn. Like, no, learn as much as you can about this game. I know me, if I'm putting my money up, if I'm saying, Brother Jaheed, look, I see that you into, let's say, flipping cards, and I'm giving you my money. I want to know what my money is doing. You know why? Because my money is hard workers. Each one of my dollar bills is a hard worker. So I want to know what each one of my workers is doing. So me personally, I want to know what I'm putting my money into. I don't
That's
want
right.
to just give you money like, oh
That's
yeah,
right.
just give me the
Right.
money back. Nah, because I want to be able to have an intelligent conversation with Brother Jaheed and be like, no, Brother Jaheed, I don't think you invest in that car right there is going to be smart, because we just hooked up the code scanner. The code scanner said that it had misfires, and that misfire
Right.
could
Right.
be due to the engine. So I don't think, but and then after that, you end up losing my
It
money,
looks
right?
good. It
And
looks good.
now we, so I like to learn, and I tell people, learn as much as you can about the mobile home game. Just don't get excited because of the numbers.
Right.
Because when stuff hit the fan, then now you looking like, oh snap, I didn't see that coming, and you don't know what to do because you didn't do your research, or you didn't take the time to get my ebook, or to go into the private. You didn't take the time to invest in yourself. That's the best investment you can do, is invest in yourself.
Oh, praise is due to Allah. Oh, and I'm glad you mentioned the ebook. So business scientists, make sure you go to the mobilehomecloser.com, and you can see on there how to order that ebook. And that is a must. That's a must have if, as you say, you want to learn what you're doing, not just wait on someone else who comes to you and say, and I'm glad you mentioned that, Brother Abdul, because so often we get tickled by the numbers. Oh, I can make this much, but you don't want to put in the effort. Some people don't want to put in the effort that it takes to get to that number. And then when things don't go right, now, I got scammed, I got taken. Probably not, could have been, but if you had done your homework, if you knew what you were getting into, then you could have mitigated that or minimized your risk factor. So thank you for sharing those jewels. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was want to say one thing just based off what you're saying right now. What I tell people not to do is, I tell people, do not treat mobile home investing like how you treat your job.
Okay.
Do not treat mobile home investing like how you treat your job. And some people say, man, Abdul, what do you mean by that, right? You got some people that will literally flip over their bed and they will contemplate going to work. They'll see their alarm clock and they'll be like, man, do I need this job today? Man, I don't know. I think I might call out, right? And when they go to work, right, they work 8 hours out of the day, but they only put in a solid 2 to 3 hours out of that day. So
yes,
the other
sir.
5 hours is really be, half, behind in it, the other 5 hours. But when you get excited about the mobile home investing, you will end up treating it just like your job, because you don't even give 100% effort in your job. So that would transpire into the mobile home field. And then once an obstacle coming your way, you end up quitting because that's what you do at your job.
Right.
So it's so many things, man. It's, people just gotta, I align this with my passion in life, with my gift, what God gave me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm successful at what I do, and then coaching people as well too, because this is all in line with my gift. So even when people call me sometimes, it is not a consultant call, I don't worry about the money, because I know the money is going to come. So my thing is positive impact over positive income. So I know if I impact you, Brother Jaheed, I know the money is going to come. Because if I impact you and I give you some information, then you're going to say, Brother Abdul, I got to get your ebook. So you see how the money going to come either way? So yes, I can give you a free consultant call, because I know later down the line, you're going to get the ebook. So that's my money right there. So positive impact, man. That's it.
Oh, praise is due to Allah. Absolutely. As Sister Shireen would say, phenomenal. Absolutely. So I failed to mention this at the offset. Business scientists that are listening, you can hear the passion in Brother Abdul. He's a young student minister. He's a martial artist. He's an entrepreneur. He's a husband. He's a father. So our brother has the whole package, and that's what we like to bring before you here at Mind and Money Matters Live Show, the truly bodacious and brilliant Black business owners. So again, thank you, Brother Abdul, for dropping those jewels. And make sure you go to the mobilehomecloser.com and download, get the ebook. It's there. He shows you how to go through it and get it and everything. Make sure you do that. Then you give him a call, but you do some homework first before you call him. All right. Thank you, Brother Abdul. So I'm gonna let Sister Shireen and Sister Sandy close us out.
Yes,
Go right
sir.
ahead, Sister Sandy. She's on mute. Okay. Praise be to Allah. Thank you so much for all that you brought us. I'm like excited, actually, really, just to see the fact that where your passion comes from, how you fought through the I'm gonna do it my way to then do it daddy's way.
Right.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And so I know you can look forward to your children probably taking you through the same route. But if you're successful, they're going to know that they're going to be successful. So may Allah continue to bless you. Mobile homes closures. No, mobilehomeclosers.com, right? Closer.
Closer.
Mobilehomecloser.com.
The mobile home
And then
closer.
you can reach him at 843-302-2419. That's 843-302-2419. Thank you so much. Sister Sandy, did you have anything you wanted to say? Oh, praises due to Allah.
One
Yes.
last point, Brother Abdul.
Yeah, quick thing. I just wanted to tell you, it just dawned on me. So this Sunday, right? I'm having a free training class this
Okay.
Sunday.
Yes.
So
Yes.
for anybody that want to be a part of it, we actually doing $100 cash giveaway. So if you go to my Instagram page, we have the link, and that's at the mobile home closers with an S. We have the link. All you gotta do is register for the link, and once you register for the link, that's going to give you access for this Sunday's class. And I'm going to be teaching people how to buy, fix, and flip mobile homes. So I have a whole breakdown. It's going to be about an hour and a half. I'm just going to be dropping nonstop jewels, on the new investors or people who want to learn more about mobile home investing. So I just want to share that with you guys.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes. But you about to let us miss out on something, huh?
You said at the mobile home,
Yeah.
said at the mobile home closers for Instagram.
Yes.
Is
Yes,
that right?
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Correct.
Right there,
Yes,
his
ma'am.
tag name is at the mobile home closers.
On Instagram. So go to the gram right now.
Yes, making us proud. I'm looking forward to all the great things
Yes.
you are doing and will continue to do. May Allah continue to bless you. There you have it on Master the Science of Business, Mind and Money Matters live show. We look forward to seeing you next week with another dynamite show, bringing to us business owners who are giving us the science of business, as the most honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us, that we were never to be taught the science of warfare and the science of birth control. And the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teaches us that warfare is business, or business is warfare, and birth control includes the science of mating, the science of child rearing. All of those things we are learning from each other on Master the Science of Business. Until next time, may Allah continue to bless you. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you, Brother Abdul.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank y'all for